Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the powerful world of computer programming. Let's start with a feeling I bet you know, doing the same mind-numbing task over and over again. Well, programming is basically just writing a recipe of instructions for your computer to follow perfectly. But you have to be super detailed. A computer can't just guess what you mean like a person can. And this brings us to programming's real superpower, automation. Making those boring jobs happen by themselves. Okay, picture this. You've got a massive email list, but it's totally full of duplicates. So you could spend hours checking it by hand, or let a simple program do it instantly. Right? It saves a ton of time, gets rid of errors, and frees you up for more important stuff. So how do you actually give these instructions to a computer? Well, you use a programming language. See, computers don't get English. Their native tongue is just ones and zeros, called binary code. So we need a translator. Special programs called compilers or interpreters do just that for us. It's a lot like any human language. It has syntax, that's the grammar, and semantics, which is the meaning. Some are high level, and they look a bit more like English. Low-level ones are closer to the machine itself. It's all about using the right tool for the job. Different languages are built for different tasks. And you know, this whole thing started way back in 1843 with Ada Lovelace. Back then, they used physical punched cards. Today, it's just typing text into a file. Way easier. Okay, so let's fast forward to today. Where does all this code actually show up in your life? The short answer, absolutely everywhere. It's in your bank, your Netflix account, your smart home, even in space exploration and modern AI. Because when you strip it all away, programming is really about just one thing. Solving problems. And with over 500 languages out there, you've got a whole toolbox to pick from. Now, getting started might seem like a lot, but honestly, the best way to learn is to just jump in. So that leaves just one last question for you. Now that you know what's possible, what will you build?
Okay, so how did we learn to talk to machines? Let's dive into the evolution of code. It all boils down to giving them a special set of commands, called a programming language.
And these languages are, pretty much, the DNA of our entire modern digital world.
Now, our story doesn't start where you might think. It begins with the very first coder.
All the way back in 1883, Ada Lovelace wrote the first algorithm, years before computers existed.
The first languages were really tricky for humans to understand, so something had to change.
We shifted from low-level machine speak to high-level languages that made programming way more accessible.
The 1950s were a huge turning point, with a few key languages that really shaped the future.
First up, Fortran. It was a game changer for math and science and had a very special job.
That's right. Fortran was the language that helped us explore the vastness of space with NASA's Voyager. Now, while Fortran was looking at the stars, COBOL was focused on running businesses right here on Earth.
And get this, by 1997, a massive 80% of the world's business code was running on COBOL.
Then came BASIC, built for simplicity. You might have heard of its creators, Bill Gates and Paul Allen. Fast forward to 1972, when one language showed up and became the ancestor to almost everything.
C was so powerful and flexible, it essentially became the mother tongue for most modern languages.
After C laid the foundation, the world of programming just exploded with new languages.
Python showed up in '91, loved for its simple style, especially in data science.
Then, in '95, we got Java with its famous motto, write once, run anywhere. That same year, JavaScript was born. It's the reason websites aren't just static pages anymore.
Then Google brought us Go, a language built to handle the massive challenges of modern computing. And Apple introduced Swift, the language that now powers millions of apps on your phone.
The coolest part? This incredible evolution is still happening every single day.
Today, there are over 500 different programming languages out there, each one a tool for a specific job.
So, from one woman's brilliant idea to a world running on code, it just makes you wonder, what's next?